rolling. Short of actually giving the whole thing away, because this is obviously how we make our living, I really do want to get into the heart of what this tradition is about, because I get a lot of questions, and people really are curious, because it seems to ring true when you put all the pieces together. So to talk about our work, it really kind of starts with me founding it, which resulted from a 15-year journey into basically the sources of New Age metaphysical mysteries in the underground. For 7 years, I actually spent not in the public's eye, not writing and publishing as Merlin Stone in the 90s. Between that period and a couple of years ago, I spent in the underground really trying to get to the heart of this work. It really seemed to me, you cut out the 9-to-5 job, cut out the, get married, raise a family, procreate for the next generation and just do it over again. It seemed to me that we needed to get to the heart of this reality, our beliefs, our traditions about it, because what are we doing? Our cultures are kind of disintegrating into this kind of mush that we don't identify with anything. Nothing is sacred in our world for most people. And so I fell upon what appeared to be a Egypto-Babylonian tradition that seemed to make sense when compared to surrounding and later influences. It's true that the semantics, the terminology, the names, the characters, they're all subject to personal interpretation, which is separated by like geography and time. As things have spread out over the world and time has taken its course, the interpretation of this core changed, but it all goes back to the beginning. And the source tradition seemed to pop up seemingly overnight when alleged sky gods, for lack of a better word, descended to civilize humans in basically the Mesopotamian Mediterranean region, and this sparked the single most monumental advancement in the history of human evolution. And by evolution, I'm not referring even to, however you want to interpretate the generation of the human race. Our evolution in civilization occurred in almost like a flash bomb in the Mediterranean, Mesopotamian region. Now, the nature of these sky gods seems to be what is mostly under debate, as is the subject of divinity as a whole. I mean, this is kind of, take out oil and territory and whatnot, and your political reasons, and it seems to be that this subject is what at the core these traditions were originally about. They were given their knowledge, they were given their civilizations by these beings, and we look at it today and call it myth, but the fact remains that something happened historically, and the nature of it, again, is what is under debate, but something happened historically. Now, there's these alleged mythologies out there, but you have to remember that they were being designed and written and formed at a time when this stuff was actually happening. This isn't like what historians and naive mythologists have suggested as a primitive means for like explaining natural phenomenon. Oh, well, they were stupid and there was lightning, so that's Zeus, and things like that. It probably made more sense that Zeus's arrival involved some sort of lightning or whatnot, depending on the nature of what these beings were. And I'm just using that as an example. We fail to really analyze them self-honestly. We use other people's judgments and what we've been given through thousands of years of misinformation and as a means to interpret these mysteries. Now, in the most ancient pantheon, as I've understood it, they call these figures the Anunnaki. And they reappear over and over and over again in all of the most ancient cultural mythologies throughout the world, spanning all times and peoples. And not only does it appear that these figures rivaled among each other for supremacy rights on Earth and for the control of apparently various tablets and locations, but men, humans, continue to fight in the arbitrary title given to their personal deities long after these sky gods left the planet. This monotheistic ideal was more rampant actually in the ancient world than historians like to give credit for. Now, although the appearance of titles like Elohim or gods does in fact exist, the nature of their divinity is misunderstood. For example, when an Atonist or a Mardukite or a Zoroastrian Mithraic age passed to what we have as Yahwist monotheism, and this is the idea that is allegedly prevalent today. Although I believe, as Nietzsche suggests, that the world really does not live and act as though it were under the watchful eye of some supreme, singular, law-enforcing deity.